Disclaimer, all people used in these videos you will see now are for educational purposes only. This is not meant to bash, but rather to be a critique to show the pervasiveness of you guys in our culture.
Alright guys, welcome back.
Hey guys, this is Kelly from
Bro, thank you guys so much.
Oh, let me walk you guys to your villa.
Super excited to open this, guys. Oh my god.
What's up, guys? Today is a very special day. I don't know about you guys. We'll see you guys when we get there.
Okay, but there's no way guys can be used for a room full of women.
I'm Kendall. Nice to meet you guys. You guys are all gorgeous, by the way. Like, wow.
Take him in.
This is why saying hey ladies to a group of guys is unacceptable, but saying hey guys to a group of ladies is.
Consumer investigator Lauren Verno shows us a troubling flaw could mean potentially deadly consequences for women.
You might think that by the looks of this crash test dummy, it would represent a wide range of drivers. But despite their blank faces and androgynous features, most dummies used in auto crash tests represent a very specific type of driver, an average adult male, which researchers say poses safety risk to women.
There are no crash test dummies that represent the average female in our country.
All right, ladies, welcome back.
Hey ladies. This is Kelly from
I'm a guy.
I'm a boy.
I am a guy.
I'm a guy.
And I'm a girl.
There is still a real fear of being feminine. And I don't mean feminine in the sense of wearing pink or earrings, but I mean being female. You can see it most easily in the way that women refer to themselves and other women as guys. This is very dangerous. It's like erasing yourself daily, minute by minute. You're just not going to be female. You're going to be a guy. You can have a conversation with a woman who's doing this, and you say, you know, how about not saying guy, referring to a woman as a woman. What's wrong with being a woman? And she'll say, oh, you're right. I'm going to change this. She won't be able to, because the programming of erasing the what is feminine and what is female is very strong. And women have not gathered themselves together to really fight it.
So let it be known, you don't have to listen to me or take anything that I said into action. But I just want to make it clear that a lot of times when I present people with the ideas and knowledge that I am a women's gender sexuality studies major, and I say that proudly because I study gender for a living, and also the lens that I see the world through is because of my trans mask experience. So when people don't really take me seriously, it does hurt my feelings. But I just want to say this. I've been questioned a lot about things that I present. I've been questioned to the core of my identity. I told people, my loved ones, hey, this is how I'm feeling. I'm not Christina. Well, I am Christina. That's my birth name. But I want to change to Christian. I want to be referred to as he, him. A lot of people looked at me crazy and were very objective to that. Or not objective, but they were very off to that. It was off-putting to hear that kind of information coming from someone that they thought to be a girl and only a girl. So I've been questioned down to my actual identity. So it doesn't faze me when people question new ideas that I bring up, right? I feel like I am truly on this earth to question things and break up the status quo, break up what is normal. Hence why things like you guys, to some, is not a big deal, but for me, this represents bigger things, you know what I mean? So that's why I'm so passionate about it. And it does hurt my feelings when loved ones just don't get it or don't take me seriously or are not interested in my work or are not interested in changing their language to not only make me feel more comfortable, really just to change the world, because I'm not doing this just for, I just want to stir stuff up and make issues. No, it's because I transition. I see the world as a possibility of transformation. There is transformation that can happen anywhere. So little things like our language can do that. So I really just want to say that, I am qualified. And if you don't believe I'm qualified enough to listen to me, that's on you. I can't force anyone to do anything, but I am majorly qualified and I know what I'm talking about. And something as simple as not using you guys to refer to little girls that just walked in, is really transformative. But a lot of people won't see that. And I'm used to people not seeing what I see because, like I said, people have not seen me to my core identity. So it of course hurts, but I will keep going. I will keep going and I will keep going. So, hop on the train while you can. It's going to keep chugging along. But I'm definitely qualified to talk about this. And you guys is something so simple that we just can discontinue the male default. all the things that you've just seen in this compilation that I put together is the male default. God is a man. The default is he, him. Men are just put at the top. There's a big reason why you cannot call a group of men, hey ladies, but you can call a group of women, hey guys. It's because we consciously or subconsciously keep putting men on top of the pedestal. And if we can use our language to strip that power back and put it onto bodies that need to be recognized, like queer people, trans people, people that are not male, and even people who are male, they should not only, guys is not the only word we can use to talk to our fellow humans. There's way more to this world than just hey guys. And I also want to break it up too on YouTube specifically, because a lot of YouTubers were in that video that I just showed, right? It's a very common thing in YouTube culture. Hey guys, welcome back. Hey guys, welcome back. Who are we speaking to, right? Are we including trans people when we say hey guys? Are we including non-binary folks? Are we including women? Who are we talking to? And when we really start to dissect our language, we'll realize these things have an impact. It's not a big deal to you, but to someone that really sees gender and knows the implications of our language and how they can affect things and shape things, it is a big deal. But again, ignorance is bliss, and a lot of people don't have the capacity to change, but I do have faith. I think it is a hard thing to do, right? Even me, I've had to unlearn so many different things in my life, and it has never been easy, but it has always been worth it. And not a lot of people are willing to do that. That's why not a lot of people like what I study. Not a lot of people, look at our president, for instance, hates anything gender related. Why? Because when you start to interrogate gender and the systems in which they run, and when you start to look at race, and when you start to look at class, and when you start to look at sex, it exposes systems that are oppressing people, right? When you look at that, you can then see how women are oppressed, how different groups are oppressed, how black people are oppressed, how Latino people are oppressed, how Spanish, Mexican people are oppressed, and so on and so forth. How Asian people are oppressed, how African people, how you can start to see that. And a lot of people that don't want that to be seen are defensive. If I were to tell our president right now what I'm thinking, he would shut it down immediately. Why? Because it questions. And then guess what? Me shifting language to not censor men would hurt him. Why? Because our president is a misogynist. Our president is a capitalist. Our president sees the world in a dominance view. He wants to be dominant. He likes men being dominant. He likes being that manly man, so that way he can violate women and say, well, I'm a man, I get to get away with it. I can grab a woman by the pussy, as he said, and do things like that because I'm a man and men are at the top. I know what I'm talking about, and I really just want to help share and shed a light and drop knowledge, because what good is my knowledge if I'm not sharing it? And it's uncomfortable. I know it's uncomfortable when I tell people, hey, maybe saying you guys is not, even in my queer spaces, you guys is so prevalent. And it doesn't have to be. I just want to give a big shout out to Alice Walker. You have solidified everything that I thought, and I appreciate you so much. The author of The Color Purple. She is such an amazing author, poet, speaker, person, all of the above. For her to point out this issue of you guys and the fear of being feminine, that the default is never feminine. There is never a feminine default to describe a group of people. That is for a reason, and it is by design. Shout out to everybody that's helped me create this. Shout out to everybody that's helped me develop my ideas. And shout out to everybody that is doing the work. And even if you're not perfect and you still say you guys, it's okay. Like I said, I don't know if you guys should be abolished completely. I personally just don't say it because I think rather than, keep it here, keep it there, I'd rather just not say it. But that's me. But I think it's about being more mindful. Again, you're talking to a group of women. Why are you saying you guys? You're talking to queer people. Why are you saying you guys? You're talking to little girls. Why are you calling them guys? Call them what they are. They're not guys. We can argue that guys is gender neutral, but the word guy is gendered. The word guy is gendered. Therefore, it is not gender neutral. You've been lied to. Whoever tried to make you think it was gender neutral is lying to you. Thank you.